subscribers, my old school subscribers, my TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, none of this be possible. Let's get right into it, y'all. Listen, man, be very careful out here with these women. You know, it's getting real tricky. But I'm here to help you guys out, so you ain't gotta research and go through the analytics like I do. But I like doing this kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm just doing what I do, and I'm noticing that, like I've said before, women, they really want to feel like they're important, and they really want to feel like they're needed, right? So, you know, they feel like they need to be needed by telling you what to do or giving you advice. And they have no idea how much on our nerves. Or they do, and they like doing it. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, but they do it a lot. And that's why on my channel, I try to make sure I let you guys know that I'm giving you information, but not telling you what to do, except when I'm telling you hit the like button and share and subscribe. Outside of that, you know, I'm not telling you what to do. You're grown men. And that's why I always tell you guys, be really careful of women, because it's mostly women that do this. You can always tell a guy with bravado and they're out here just whatever, running their mouth and saying stuff, you know what I'm saying? But with a woman, they're tricky with it. They try to make it seem like they'll come in soft, listen a little bit, but the entire time they're listening, they're trying to find a way to articulate a way to tell you what to do or what you're doing wrong. It doesn't make any sense. It's not like these women are rich. It's not like they have their lives together. Half of them won't even be fit or friendly, but they'll have some kind of recommendation for you every single time. Every time, y'all. It never fails. Oh, I felt naked. My dog tags on. Hang on for a second, y'all. Straighten my hand out. YouTube is crazy. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and look at the sky for a second. YouTube is crazy, so they like to catch me, you know, look at my lips or something crazy like that for the thumbnail. We're not gonna have that happen today. Not today. The sun is shining. Just came out the clouds. Yes. Perfect timing, baby. Sorry, y'all. I have my dog tag on. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and these women, it's not like they're bad people, but why are they spending all this time trying to find different ways? Like, if you're working a job, some of you guys aren't content creators, but everybody's posting stuff, right? What? That too. You know what I'm saying? That too. But a lot of them, man, they just like to be in your business. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. You know, I like, you know, studying them because, like I said, I'm an engineer. I'm not doing the engineering thing anymore. So I'm just like, you know, I need to study something. I need something I can get some information on, you know, build different profiles. And I'm just like, these women, man, it's like, you know, first of all, if they're online a lot, don't have nothing to do with them, period, right? Like, I'm going to make an entire segment about the incel female. It's not talked about enough. I'm hoping if I get, you know, this started, other guys will start talking about it. But the incel female, you know, is something that we need to start talking about, because these women, they don't leave their home, but they're not ugly because they sit around and they study, you know, every female online, trying to find the best look or whatever, you know, staying at home and really working on the craft of the, witchcraft of makeup, right? And they get their makeup down at home all the time, so they're kind of fit or whatever. So they give the appearance that they got themselves together, but they're a hot mess. They're a hot mess. They don't know how to get along with men. They've some kind of way been scarred, and they think that their only job is to sit around, watch men. And I don't know whether their mothers critique their fathers 420 when I say this, or that's all they've seen, but they'll just sit around and project all the time. You know what I'm saying? These incels, and you can't tell they're an incel because they stay at home and they study social media. So they know to post up pictures, you know, of them out with their friends. But even when they're out with their friends, there's a look of them, you know, kind of seem like they're uncomfortable because it's a fake photo. They're doing the photo op to try to give the appearance that they're not an incel chick because they're worried about everybody thinking that they're home too much. It doesn't matter if you go out. You either are a person that's charismatic or something like that, or you're not. So y'all can post up all these pictures out and about, but you can always tell a chick that's comfortable where she's at and a chick that looks uncomfortable. So you can photo opt it, but I'm always looking for these incel chicks because they're the ones that have the most advice. They're the nerdy chicks that never really got around like that. They had like a, they're a nerdy chick in middle school, high school, and then they had a glow up or something where they found themselves through, staring at other women and checking out other people online, influencers. Built themselves a look, and now they're nerds and incels running around acting as if they're somebody that can critique somebody else. You can't critique nobody, you incel. You don't have no men. You haven't had any real boyfriends. You don't even know how to get along with males. You think it's your job to sit online all day long or at the job or whatever. You know who these chicks are. They never have a man. If they do, it's not very long. They don't post up much about them because they really don't know how to be a girlfriend or a woman. They just sit around. They're incels. They're female incels. The difference is male incels have a look about them. They don't take care of themselves. The female incel takes care of herself probably more than any other female, right? Overly doing stuff because they're in their home all the time, watching social media, so they can be very attractive, but they're weirdos. They're weirdos. They don't know how to socially interact. They don't know how to, just watch a man and be around a man without feeling like she needs to critique him and be his mammy, right? They can't help themselves. The entire time that they're watching you or watching your content or watching you at the job, they're looking for ways to critique you. But see, that's their kind of love language, but it's weird. And they don't know it's weird because no one's calling them a weirdo. So I have to be the one to call them out because I'm very handsome, right? They ain't gonna be able to call me ugly. I have goofy females competing with me online. I have females competing with me online, calling me beautiful and, which I am, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they're competing with my looks. They're trying to imitate looks. Listen, man, these are incels. That's why I had to stop. I'm gonna be real with you. Most of those readers are incels. Most of those female readers are incels. Once I peep game, now, I'm talking to a bunch of female because they're always online watching my content, and they're jotting notes down, and he did that wrong, and yeah, how can I word this in a way that won't come off obvious? What are you doing? What are you doing? Use that time to do something productive in your life. Instead, you're jotting down notes, trying to come up with counter content to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, I'm just being real. I'm pretty sure most of the guys in my soul tribe are handsome as well. But these women, they're so competitive. And I'm trying to tell them the reason why they're competitive. You're competitive with us because you're looking for leadership. But your ego is taking over. You're in your lower selves, but you're out here running your mouths because you know all the good jargon and the good lingo and make it seem like you're elevated, but you're really not. Because if you were, you would do what we're doing. We're walking away from y'all. We're not like on here making podcasts and dragging women on them and projecting onto them and going back and forth on the podcast to see if we could change your minds. No, man, y'all are doing that stuff. We could care less what you're doing. We want you to keep our names out your mouth and leave us alone, but we could care less what you're doing. And instead of you leaving us alone, you find other ways. Oh, they running from a strong woman. Yes, we are. Gaslight us however you want to, but we don't want you. How are you going to try to force us to want you by telling us that we're running from you because we're not man enough? Maybe we're not. Maybe we don't want some super strong, wide back, I can do everything a man can do type of female trying to be in something that she calls masculine energy when it's really wild woman doing wild woman things. And I see some of y'all embracing that wild woman thing, trying to be cute. We'll see how long that lasts. Try to get a man being that cute with that wild woman thing, right? Try to find yourself a husband. It's all cute now when you're in your 20s or whatever. Yeah, let's just be wild women like they're trying to call. Be that, right? It's going to catch up to you. Because as a man, your value is a lot of it determining your discipline and how you make sure that you don't run around pounding your chest and punching everything you see. As a woman, you have to exercise silence. You know what I mean? Because your mouth is your weapon. It's like our fists are ours. Y'all don't want to exercise anything. You just want to run around and run that mouth and just be like, oh, it should be okay because I'm a woman. You don't need to do physical damage to do damage to somebody. Do you not understand that? That's why you have the ability to get inside of a man's psyche the way y'all do. And y'all take advantage of it. But then you'll say something when a guy starts getting too physical, which I'm not saying that's right, Who knows that dog over there doing that, man? It happens every time I catch him. You know what I'm saying? I catch him every time. Yeah, I'll tell you what, anytime a woman is doing a lot of talking, I'm gonna be real with you, man. If it's not about business and she's like talking about personalities and Myers-Briggs this and, you know, most men that and all kind of stuff like that. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Run. Run. Hey, how's it going? How y'all doing? You know, run, because I'm telling you right now, it's a mind trap. And again, you know, not talking bad against, but anytime a woman tries to bring me into a debate on one of my live streams, I'm like, why? We're not dating. Us having a conversation right now and a debate is not going to change your mind about men or my mind about women. So you just want to get in my energy and go back and forth. No, man, get yourself a man and go back and forth with him. I'm not the one, right? I'm here to find somebody to date and put out information for men and women that want to grow. Women that go against anything I'm saying don't make any sense to me. There's no logic behind it. Why in the world would you have any problem going against me? I don't do anything to anybody except educate men on how to avoid manipulation tactics that even some of the good women are using, because they can. We're done with it. No more tactics, no more BS, ladies. I mean, come on. Coming to straight up. If you can't do that, then, you know, we're going to feed you to the alphas. I mean, let's be real. Let the alphas deal with you. You know what I mean? I got to do it for us, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, things aren't fair right now, man. And women act like we're a bunch of fools, right? And they act like they don't need us. It doesn't make any sense, lady. How can you not need us because you're making good money? Listen, the good money you're making is within the infrastructure that men built. If you were, why don't y'all Amazon ladies go ahead and take whatever you need, you know, get your money collectively, move somewhere, start from scratch, build infrastructure and everything else, and then come back over this way talking about how independent and powerful you are. You're over here calling yourselves powerful, piggybacking off the infrastructure that men built. It don't make any sense, man. And a lot of us were married and kind of like in the matrix for a while, but man, we're divorcing these crazy women and we're waking up like, no. You need some good old-fashioned logic and a good old-fashioned man to bring it to you. I don't want to hear no woman talking about, yeah, I make more money than you. Doing what? Doing what? Because don't talk about no OF. Don't get me started with that, because if it wasn't for men, you wouldn't even have any money. You know what I'm saying? Who's subscribing to those accounts? It's men. Everything that they do is piggybacking off of men and men's money, whether it's simping or it's infrastructure that we put in place, and they got nice desk jobs or CEO jobs while not putting in the piping or laying any of the bricks or, you know, the concrete or none of that kind of stuff. But see, that's the kind of, you know, infrastructure that men have built to where they have cush jobs like that. But again, I'm not going to listen to anybody try to tell me that you're needed when you weren't around building that infrastructure. You weren't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? And again, you ain't got to worry about that. You can go ahead and build it on your own now. If you don't need us, go ahead and build it on your own now. Collectively gather your money and build some infrastructure somewhere, get you some land, and show us how it's done. Until then, I don't want to hear it. God, I just don't want to hear it, man. And again, you'll hear women all day long online critiquing men. Critiquing men, setting the base and being the first and the pioneer. They'll even tell you, like, yeah, you're a pioneer, and then go right into critiquing you. Lady, shut your mammy mouth. No one cares what you're talking about. I don't even, if you're a rich woman and you're watching me, obviously you don't have yourself together, right? Because if you were rich and you had your heart right and you were happy, you wouldn't be watching my black ass. So I don't want to hear any of that. Your money can't save you from me, because a lot of people look completely miserable and have a ton of money. It's called selling your soul, right? And then there's people that are broke, you know what I'm saying, that are miserable too and want to drag you down. And then there's people that make okay money and just don't have a soul and want to drag you down, right? They spend too much time trying to figure me out. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I have no respect for y'all. You're sitting around with your channels. There's women out here with 10K plus subscribers getting a ton of views on all their videos. Instead of them putting that money towards something and doing something, you know, constructive, productive with it, they're watching my channel, finding different ways to try to articulate hate towards me. Like a bunch of idiots, right? I don't have no respect for that. I got TikTokers trying to take jabs. YouTube, hey, what's going on? YouTuber females trying to take jabs, and I have no respect for it. You know what I mean? That same kind of energy, put it towards something constructive and productive. Nah, you just gonna, find time to try to articulate, goofy jabs off a pioneer. You're not doing nothing new. You're just taking away from somebody that's trying to do something new. Thank God there's other men like me out there to understand what I'm doing. I don't need any women to back me up or understand. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. You know what I mean? Semen retention allows you to see the women that, there are women out there that support me wholeheartedly. They don't believe in every single word I say, but my overall perspective and the kind of man I am, really, rings home to them. And then there's women out here that look for reasons to try to critique me on a level that they've never critiqued another man that they've dated, that they've never critiqued themselves, right? It makes no sense. It makes no sense other than they have emotional triggers. They live off their emotion. They have emotional triggers. In that moment, it don't matter even if they like you. They'll have an emotional trigger and they will invest all of them to validate, justify, and not come off like a hater with that emotional trigger and project it onto somebody. That's the way I look at all of them. It's like, even the women that kind of like me, if I say something that triggers an emotion that they've buried, right, then they will try their hardest, putting all kind of brain power, burning calories, you know what I'm saying, putting in effort with their body. They could be in the gym doing, trying to articulate, craft videos, and say words that come off kind of brilliant to be a hater. You're still a hater. You're still online running your mouth, talking about something instead of doing something. You're not doing nothing original. You're copying everything you see me do. You don't get no respect from me doing that, right? You always got something to say about me, but you're doing everything I do. Everything. They'll copy me from the black and orange I wear, to the words I say, to the way I influence, and then turn around and, make counter content off of it. It's the strangest stuff. So the reason why I'm saying all this is to say that, the semen retention lets you know the clowns. And if you want to entertain one of these clowns and go to the circus, you can, but you don't have to anymore. That's what I'm saying with semen retention, man. You don't have to entertain these clowns. You can see them coming a mile away. Like, oh, you're a goofball. You're going to try to compete with me. Oh, it's just friendly competition. Friendly competition? No, ma'am. No such thing. We're either in a competition playing a sport, or it's a secret competition. That's it. There ain't no friendly competition, fool. Who you playing with, man? Who you playing with? See, these kind of women are very dangerous. These kind of women are very, very dangerous. They play with words. They try to play in your head, try to play with your mind. Very, very dangerous, right? So what I do is I call them out. I cut them off. Guess what happens when I do that? Ooh, you're a meanie. Ooh, you're selfish. How can you be selfish with your energy? You see how dumb they be talking nowadays? You're selfish. How are you being selfish with your energy? You do whatever you want with your energy. You're supposed to give your energy away to dickheads? No. You don't have to do that. Where they do that at? See how they try to mentally manipulate you? You're supposed to take constructive criticism. Who told you that? Who told you I'm supposed to take criticism from a stranger based off of their certificate or degree or their internet clout? Who told you that? I don't know who told you, but they told you wrong. Not this guy. Not I. I'm not doing it. But you got to. No, I don't. No, I don't. Get mad about it. What you gonna do about it? Make some more counter content? Oh, you can't handle constructive criticism. No, when you can't handle the fact that nobody wants to hear your dumbass input, you have problems. I ain't got no problem. I don't want to hear your trash ass input. I don't hear anybody. I got God telling me what to do. You're watching and learning from me. You don't have clowns out here trying to take credit for where I'm at right now. They always do this. That's why I always tell everybody I'll do everything by myself. I have people out here, and some of them even females, trying to say that they influenced me to get, shut the hell up. You didn't do nothing. You sat there and you watched me go through my struggle. How did you influence me? Get out of here, man. They do this every time when you get yourself out of a hole. They always want to come around and start trying to, you never influenced nobody. If you did, you'd be known for doing that. You can pat yourselves on the back or whatever, and that, I'm talking to some specific ones out there that watch my content too much and are patting themselves on the back. God influenced me. God gave me direction. None of y'all helped me do anything except help me identify haters and glory-seeking, goofy cornballs, right? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where they get used to being called out or not. I don't know where they get comfortable or uncomfortable with it. I will call them out left and right. I'm not going to go through and call them out each by name because, you know, you got to have a fresh amount of haters, you know what I'm saying, to keep it going properly. But I want them to understand that they're not getting over on nothing and not fooling nobody. So every now and again, I get on here and let them know. That being said, you know, I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Peace, love, and light, gentlemen. Remember, you know, semen retention, man. You can see these goofy cornballs coming a mile away. They don't even know that you know, and the best thing to do, keep it that way. Let them think whatever they want to think. Let them say whatever they want to say. Move in silence. It makes no never mind. If they're not messing with your money, they're not in your energy directly, it doesn't matter. Women are gonna come up with whatever scenario, say whatever they want to say. They're gonna put you in proxy relationships, and then based off of nothing, come up with a archetype for you and have all these, you know, preconceived notions about traumas that you haven't healed from younger ages and everything else you've done in your life, as if no one and everybody don't have other issues that they're, you know, living life. That's what it is when you're living life. But they'll talk and talk and talk, and it sounds good to other women, so, you know, they roll with it. They don't make no sense to a man. A man's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Where did you get that from? Based off of what? Oh, based off of nothing. Oh, well, you know, based off of others, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. You don't know enough information about me to come up with anything. What are you doing that for? Why do you need to come up with an archetype for me so badly? Why are you trying to put me in a box or boxes? What's wrong with you? Do you not have more things to do with your time? You know what I'm saying? Because I can see a few things you can be doing better with your time. Getting your makeup game on right. Look like you wash your butt a little bit more often. Maybe hit the gym. I don't know. Work on your lighting. There's a lot of different things you can work on besides staring at me and trying to critique me. I got this over here, sweetheart. I ain't worried about you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, every now and again, you got to get on here and let them know, I don't need a mammy. I don't need a step-in mom. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but that's not your role and your place in a man's life. We're here to inspire a man. How are you inspiring when you need some kind of ego, whatever, every chance you get? You're not inspiring nobody but yourselves. You don't know how to be a woman, then say you don't know how to be a woman, but step out my face, man. I know what a woman is, and you can't fool me. So get upset all you want to. Make as much dumbass counter content as you want to. Try to trigger me in my comments. I'm talking to content creators. Try to trigger me in my comments and then go run to your channel and talk about don't let people trigger you. Do whatever you have to do to try to make yourselves feel like your life is validated and worth a shit. All right? Whatever you got to do to look yourselves in the mirror. I'm trying to be, let me be nicer, okay? Because I got a mouth on me, man. I will make you regret life. And I'm trying not to do that. But you females out here, and some of these lame dudes, but you females out here just don't understand your place anymore. You don't want to get along with men, and it's like you're trying to take over, like you're trying to take away from men, and I'm not going to have it. You got your own place, your own role, and I'm tired of seeing it. All you do is copy everything we do. Then you try to rebrand it. And I guess some guys are just dumb enough to listen to you talk, and they can't see what you're doing. I'm like, look at what you're doing. You got women out here making millions of dollars a year doing what Kevin Samuels did, who were the same women going against him when he was doing it. Now they're doing it. I'm over it, man. They get out here and they run their mouth and say a bunch of BS. They really want to take your place, man, and do what you do, man. They want to take your place, look like you, move like you. They want to basically be men and women at the same time. I don't understand it, man. So don't date them. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mind right. Stay away from them right now. They're so confused right now with society telling them to do this and never want to take accountability. And then real men, if they don't want nothing to do with them, they're just like, they're glitching up, and they're still sleeping with Pookie and Ray Ray, though. They're glitching up, but they're still sleeping around. They ain't gonna stop doing that. Well, I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna still get some D. They gonna do that. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So while they're running around letting the alphas run through them, Let's build, man. Put ourselves in a different tax bracket and find some real ladies, man, and get up out of this. Period, point blank. But I'm gonna get off here, y'all. Remember, you know what I'm saying, hit the like button, you know, share the live, and subscribe. Yeah, you know what I mean? Trying to stay on top of that. Peace, love, and light, y'all. I'm getting on TikTok. I'm gonna work out, possibly wash my truck. You know, don't miss that. And then I'm gonna get back on here on YouTube, possibly tonight, and go live and do a reaction video to some of these married women out here that are acting a fool and losing good men to be leftovers for the streets. To be leftovers for the streets, man. Throwing away good men to be leftovers for the streets, man. That's the reputation they want. That's the reputation they want to maintain. And that's the reputation we're going to give them. We are not going to hold them back from the streets, y'all. Let them go. Let them live their best life. Shoot, you crazy to hold one of them back. You know what I'm saying? She made for the streets. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all later.